what you're worth. Now go out and get what you're worth.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Welcome to the Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show. Cella and Johnny Parlay with the facts. So relax, grab a drink, then let's get back.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to The Spread. I am your host, Jim Cella. I'm in studio with Johnny Parlay. How you feeling today on a Friday?
It's Friday.
Fridays are the best days of the week, man. Crack open a cold one, listen to The Spread.
That's what I do.
I mean, that's the best thing you can do. What else can you do?
Get
up early and go to work?
Couple things, but the best thing to do, especially with the weather getting cold around where we're at, you know, sit back, throw on your robe, your house shoes, and listen to The Spread.
Some moccasins.
Yeah.
I like moccasins.
Listen to The Spread. Get comfy, get cozy, because we're going to help you out. We're going to make you guys some potential, if you live in the Las Vegas area, some money. Because we're going to give you some picks. That's coming up today.
Before we get into all that, speaking of moccasins, it just made me think of this shirt I seen some guy wearing the other day. It said, "The real Homeland Security, working since 1492." And it showed a bunch of Indians fighting the white men because they were trying to fight back Christopher Columbus.
Nice. Was it a Washington Redskins shirt?
I think it might have been affiliated with the Redskins.
Chief Powwow, baby. He's
but you know, it's
coming
funny.
out with merchandise.
Is I seen something hanging from the mirror of a character who was a Native American in Breaking Bad, too. The very same icon. It was just weird to see it twice.
Hanging from a character?
No, it was hanging from his rearview mirror. A character's rearview mirror in his truck.
Okay.
He was a Native American, but he was a cop.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Right.
I think this is a sports show.
So on to the show. Well, that was just an interesting side note. Our fans like my trivia.
Oh, okay.
Everybody loves my trivia.
Yeah.
All right.
Great trivia.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Last week's game, not satisfying, but it was a victory.
Would you go as far as to say they're just not good?
They're 3-2.
They're just not good.
They're one game over 500.
And who'd they beat this week?
They beat Jacksonville. They
That's
should have
a
beat
tough
them
team.
by
They
way more.
How many
Way
wins
more.
they got this year?
Jacksonville, they don't have very many.
I think
we'll leave it at
zero
that.
is the answer.
Okay, well, they're my pick of the week this week, so they're going to
that's
have
one
one.
to celebrate after. Yeah, we beat the Jaguars.
Well, they
Good
shouldn't
job.
be celebrating because they barely beat the Jaguars. That's my point here. It was a pretty pathetic victory.
Can one of you yinzers just tweet us at
Bet_the spread.
they're just not good? Admit it. Just
They're
admit
good.
it, people. They're just not good.
Well,
Sorry,
listen,
it's
man,
over.
we're not saying they're Super Bowl victors. But they're better than bad.
Not even worth watching. Get your end of season gardening done next Sunday. Don't waste your time.
I love watching the Steelers. I'm
Yeah.
diehard every Sunday.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoy that because I know that every one of those players really cares about you and that you're watching them.
Well, I bet you
Please.
none of them care about me, but I bet
Well,
you all of them listen to the spread, so that's all that matters.
They care about showing up PNC Bank Monday morning, cashing that check.
You know what Antonio Brown cares about? His stupid record.
Yeah. Now, what is this? What record was this?
Okay, he has 5 catches and at least 50 yards in 21 straight games. 21 straight games.
Is this when the temperature is above 60 degrees and they're playing indoor and he has Nikes on?
Yeah.
What kind of record is this?
It's not even a real NFL record. Like I looked
don't
it
even
up.
remember it.
It's really not a real NFL record. They don't recognize it as a record. It's just something that he noticed and probably did the research himself because he can't set any other records.
He's not the only one who noticed, right?
Yeah, right.
He
noticed.
told his coach, who is he's their buddy, Tomlin's buddy coach. He's not a coach. He's a buddy.
He says he's not a player's coach.
What is it? 5 catches in so many consecutive games or something? Of how many yards or something?
21 straight games, 5 catches, 50-plus yards.
Man, that is one that you take and put up on the mantelpiece, right?
Now,
that's as good as Canton.
Heath Miller has a catch in 93 straight games that he's played in. Now, he's missed some games in between these, because with the blown ACL and everything. But in 93 straight games that he has played in, he has a catch. So now next week, if we're down, is he going to get a chance? If we're up 1 in the 4th quarter and he doesn't have a catch, are we going to put him in there and throw him the ball to keep that streak alive?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you do it for one guy, you got to do it for everybody, right?
Yeah, bubble screen.
I mean, you can't just show favorites to Antonio Brown.
Well, you know that Heath doesn't care about the records.
Doesn't, and
the only
would never
record he
ask
cares
for it.
about is the win-loss record,
That's
I
it.
think.
That's the only thing that dude cares about.
Yeah, good for you, Antonio Brown. Great record. I mean, how bad is that, keeping a record alive?
a record that's not even real.
Right. I mean,
Not even real, man.
I have read though that the Cal Ripken streak. I read that one night he was late or he couldn't make the game or something went crazy and they pulled the plug on the power at Camden Yards. I'm not joking. I read this. Look it up, people.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me, man. Because that's like an unprecedented streak. Now, that's a record. And
Right.
I mean, if they did that, that's kind of shady. But still, that's a record,
Yeah,
dude.
pull the plug, whatever you got to do. But, I mean, throwing a screen pass to a dude with a minute left, and not to mention, you're only up 8. Say he bobbles this,
Yeah.
they take it, house it, and get that 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Right.
Tomlin, you're turned into a bit of a joke, buddy.
Yeah. I love the Steelers, but I almost would have loved to see that backfire on them because that was
He's
pathetic.
He's their buddy, man. That doesn't work. Be a coach. Don't be their buddy.
Right.
Same thing happened with Bosma, sort of, I
Yeah.
think.
Yep. You
Just-
get too close to the play.
Be a coach. Yeah, you can't be their buddy. You got to be their coach. You got to put them in their place. I'm just sick of this. You know, Tomlin, he's their homeboy.
You're in
Bottom
charge,
line.
man. You have to make people upset sometimes when you're in charge. You can't just sit there and put your arm around them and tell them everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, I played Little League sports. Hey, man,
That's right. You drop the ball, you run to the fence and back
yeah,
10 times.
eat a little dirt sandwich. You get hated on. I
That's
mean,
right.
I felt like I was AP's son, you know? I
you're in
was
a-
eating dirt sandwiches. It's like I
Dirt
missed
tacos,
I let a
leaf
grounder.
stew.
Grounder went through my legs. Next thing I know, nose down in the dirt.
That's
But
it.
That's how it worked back in the day.
Eating pine cones, nose in the dirt.
Either way, they look not good again.
Yeah.
And, speaking
Good.
of records, what is LeBeau's? His great record against rookie quarterbacks.
17-2, man.
I mean, what kind of stat is that even?
That one's a shady stat, but the NFL does at least recognize that as a real stat.
Please, you know that I'm undefeated in horseshoes against dudes with no arms?
Well, I mean,
Undefeated.
That's pretty impressive if you ask me. I've probably lost 4 or 5 games to dudes with no arms.
Well,
maybe
then
I'm just not that good at horseshoes.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
I'm pretty good at cornhole, though.
it's an irrelevant record. Good for you, Dick LeBeau. You're 17-2 against rookies, and like I said, I'm undefeated against no arm men at horseshoes. Just the same stat. It's pointless.
I disagree on this one. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not a great stat. I'm not saying it's something he runs around and talks about all the time or whatever.
Well,
but it's a little more relevant than Antonio Brown's.
Well,
Brown
I
made
gotta-
his up.
I got a homework assignment for our producer Jay Dash. Then look up some other nostalgic defensive coordinators and see what their records against rookies are. I'm sure they're not that far from Dick LeBeau's. You know?
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be
Rookie-
that hard to
think
beat a
about
rookie
it.
quarterback.
No, these rookie quarterbacks, they got to go through the ringer. They're playing so many teams every year, and they're piling up a lot of losses. So
Well,
it's
unless
a
you're Ben
point-
Roethlisberger, then you win 15 straight games.
Yes, there is always a diamond in the rough, and LeBeau has 2 losses. So he didn't play Ben though. I don't think he ever had to face Ben.
No.
But
You know,
Another
one time when
pointless
LeBeau
rook-
did lose, though, it wasn't to a rookie quarterback. It was when we were in Cleveland, the last time that Cleveland beat the Steelers.
oh yeah, the Ice Bowl.
Yeah, we almost died. Almost
Yeah.
froze to death.
It's pretty intense. I think my body was shutting down.
I think that was the day that my gallbladder died because all the pizza we had to eat
Yeah,
to stay alive.
we sat in the dog pound, you know.
Yeah,
And,
a 14-year-old girl flipped us off and told us to go bleep ourselves.
We hung tough though in the
Yeah,
dog pound.
that's right.
My face got frozen in a position, and yeah, little girls
The hot
were
hands
using
wouldn't
bad
even
language.
activate. It was rough.
It was rough, but we persevered. The Steelers didn't.
No,
But,
they
hey,
lost.
we can say we sat in the dog pound and we came out with
Survived.
all our limbs and just as healthy as when we went in, aside from a little bit of frostbite.
Well, what's going to happen this week? You think the Steelers are going to win?
I don't even know who they're playing, but
They're playing at
they'll-
Cleveland, man. That's
Oh,
what
that's
I just
right,
said.
that's
Pay
right,
attention
right,
to me.
right. They might win if they have a bye week. I don't know. No, they're going to go to Cleveland, and they're going to be put in their places. If someone's been waiting all year to just put this team where they belong, and it's going to be fitting because it's going to be the Browns.
I mean, after
Hoyer's the truth.
that first half when the Steelers dominated and then almost lost the game, I think the Browns definitely believe they can beat us. They definitely believe that they're better than us. So going into this, it's a little scary. I'm going to have to say, I don't know.
Well,
It could go either way. I want to take even on this. I don't know if I can make a pick. I guess
you can bet that it will be a tie.
Uh-huh.
I'd say you're probably pretty good odds on betting on a tie, which can happen in the NFL. Sorry, Don McNabb. Believe it or not, it can happen. A game can end in a tie.
a game can end in a tie.
And if it might be 0-0, but that would mean it would be under. So it'll probably be like, I don't know, 31-31.
31.
I don't know. I think
I'm gonna
Cleveland's
say-
going to take it. It's probably going to be 17-9, which is what the Steelers beat the Jaguars this week. So
Yeah.
let's just reverse it and take the Browns, people. They're just not good.
I'm going to say the Steelers by 3. It's
Well,
going to be a tight game. Ben's
you're-
going to take them down the field at the end of the game and win
Well,
it, get them
you're
in position
a-
for a field goal.
You're a Yinzer and a homer,
Yeah.
and you even think that Fleury can take the Pens to another cup.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the Pens, that was a pretty good game the other night, right? You see it?
I mean, if you just watch the offensive aspect, yeah.
Well, I mean, the team played all right defense. Fleury struggled in that, and I love the Flower, and I hate when people hate on him.
Wait. J-Dash, can you cut that Fleury struggle? Is that what you said?
He did. He struggled.
Let's just cut that, and then every week we can just hit that. and we'll just do that for every week.
He
because
doesn't
it's going to
struggle.
be the case all year.
No, man. He's a good... Everybody forgets how good he really is.
I love the argument, he's got a cup. You know, Trent Dilfer got a Super Bowl ring.
All right.
Fleury he's not the answer.
Name me
He's
somebody
not
we can go get. If you can name me somebody better than him that we can legitimately
throw him in
get.
the backup, man.
Grease, he's garbage. His name
Grease,
might as well
he's
just be
silky
garbage.
smooth.
Nah, he's terrible,
Dude,
man.
He's slimy, greasy. You can't get it past him.
The God's honest truth is, even if you're a Fleury hater, there's nobody else out there right now. I'm not saying ever. I'm not saying he's the best goalie. I'm just saying there's nobody to go get.
I understand. Yeah, I understand that, and he is solid. I mean, he's good regular season
He didn't
goaltender,
cost,
but
he
he
stole
don't
us a
have.
game in the Rangers series last year, man. He played well in the playoffs last year.
He just doesn't have what it takes, though.
I don't know. I disagree.
he
I
won't
love
finish.
Fleury. I think he's a great goaltender.
Seems like a nice guy, but he's never gonna have the cup again. Never.
See, I don't know. I think we got a legitimate shot in the next 2 years.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll be on the air, and
They were
we'll,
on fire last
That's
night.
another
man.
one.
Crosby,
Pull that
2
one down,
goals.
J Dash. Cut
Dupuis
that.
got
In
4
2 years, we'll
points.
play that.
2 years. You hearing us?
2 years? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Unless
I'm
he
telling
unless they, bench him. He just don't have what it takes. He ain't real. He ain't.
I
for
don't.
real.
I mean, I don't think he's even going to be here in 2 years. Quite honestly, I think
Or is he gonna skate out of the net and we'll just never see him again?
I
He
don't-
tends to do that a lot.
I don't think Rutherford's going to bring him back after this year. I don't really believe they're going to make a move at the deadline with Fleury. They're going to make some moves. They're going to bring in some more forwards, but they may. It wouldn't be
think-
totally shocking if they traded Fleury at the deadline and tried to go with Grease. It depends on how well Grease plays up to
How many-
the deadline in his backup role.
Over under how many games over 500 by the All-Star break? 6?
Depends.
Over or under? Games over 500 at the All-Star break.
What is that? They take the All-Star break at like 60 games. I don't think it's mid-season, but they're going to be up probably at least 8 to 12.
Okay, we'll check back on that, and we'll check back if Fleury's still a starter.
Fleury will be the starter the rest of the year. They're not gonna bail on him. I mean, like you said a minute ago, he's proven in the regular season. When has he struggled in the regular season for a long stretch? Never really.
No.
It's the playoffs that you worry about with him.
Right.
But
He's
next year, it's a 50-50 shot. It
He's not
really
the
is. That's
answer.
the best.
And if they don't start piling up cups here soon,
They're
something's got to
wasting
happen.
Crosby. They really are. They're wasting his prime because in hockey, you get beat up quick.
Most definitely. I mean, how often do you have two of the best players on the planet on the same team and you got
Yeah.
one cup? Please.
And I know it was
2
only-
stars, 1 cup? Come on now.
It's not as gross as the other video.
Hey, they cut that locker room celebration short, though. You never know it happened. I'm telling you, they better start piling them up. It's just, I want Wheaties boxes, people. Come
Yeah.
on.
I got
This
Flurry
is
flakes.
unacceptable. But they are 1-0,
They are
so
1-0, and if they play the way
They
that
could
they
go
looked last
undefeated.
night, and I'm not saying they're going to win all these games 6-4, but I like Johnson's style. I like how they move the puck as a team. They don't have those long stretch passes anymore. They're willing to go backwards for a second if they don't see the breakout, regroup, and break out again. They don't force it, and I don't think we're ever going to have to hear Mike Johnson say, we're going to get to our game. We got to get to our game. That's all Dan Bylsma ever said. We got to get to our game. How about changing the lines a little bit, Bylsma, and matching up to try to get Crosby away from their best defensive forwards?
hey now. Don't hate so much on Dan.
I'm not a Dan fan.
Well,
Sorry. Dan is not the man in my case.
I'm a Dan fan.
Big Dan fan.
I like Dan, and well, he's gone, so it really doesn't matter. But
Doesn't
hey,
really
they could
matter.
at
He's
this
gone and
point,
collecting money.
as of
sitting at home.
the airing of the show, they could go 82-0. Is it they play 82? I think they're 1-0.
They're 1-0. They're
They'll
not going to go
probably-
82-0, but they're going to at least finish first in their division and probably top 3 in the East.
As long as they score 6 goals every game, they might have a chance. Because Florida's
Yeah.
going to give up 4 to 5 a game. So.
See, again, I disagree. In the regular season, he always plays well. I'm not worried. They're not the same team like last year. They're not trying to win the President's Trophy anymore. They know they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to try to get a type of game that they know they can win with in the playoffs instilled. And they're going to run it through their system, man. And they're going to play and practice and get ready for the playoffs because that's what really matters. Right. 8 teams in the East make the playoffs, and the East is garbage.
Yeah,
so hockey, we're pretty much assured a top 4 spot as long as we don't have a lot of injuries or something, freak injury or freak accident or something.
They're just too good to not pile up cups.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
They got to. You're right. You're absolutely right there. I can't hate on you for that.
Pirates aren't even that good, and they're making runs at it.
Yeah, they're getting all these playoff victories. Oh, wait. They didn't get any this year.
Well, they're making it exciting, and it's not just a cakewalk to get into the MLB playoffs.
No, it's not. It's tough.
Unlike the hockey, you just show up with your jersey. As long as you pack your jersey, I think you're pretty much there.
You know what else is tough? Being Adrian Peterson's kid.
Ouch.
Yeah, dude.
Literally, ouch.
You hear what Peterson did this time?
No, let me guess so. I know what he did. No, I can't even say. You tell me what he did.
He went to his drug test, okay, for his parole hearing, stoned, and then told the guy who was doing the drug test before they even administered the test, I smoked a little bit of weed earlier, man. Is that going to affect my test?
That must have been some good stuff if he was telling him that.
What the bleep do you think it's going to affect, man?
You got to be bleeped up to tell the guy giving you a test.
You
did it.
You got to be kidding me. What a moron.
Who
goes to a drug test high and admits that they're high?
He should have called Johnny Parlay. I'd have peed for him.
You give a little Visine, you give Johnny Parlay a call, you're good to go.
I mean, I know our listenership. I know you guys may need some clean pee every once in a while. Give me a call. Tweet Johnny Parlay. I'll send it out.
Clean pee.
I'll send it out.
JP's Clean Pee.
I don't know what you'll find in there, but you ain't going to find drugs.
Nothing.
You might find some crazy vitamins, because I like to, better my performance in all aspects of my life. So I'm taking vitamin
650 now.
Vitamin F, vitamin H, crazy vitamins. I don't even know what they are,
but
you got to see.
J.
I mean, your pee might show up orange with steam coming off it, but
right.
You'll pass. You will pass. You will pass.
No marijuana in your pee.
AP, so he's in more trouble, huh?
That was for a parole hearing. He's going to be in trouble for that now. He's in trouble for beating children.
Well, he can move along to our all-thuggery team.
He
didn't make the first round.
He's the all-star of the all-thuggery team.
Well, I don't know.
You know this dude's still making $11.75 million to sit at home while all this is going on. So no wonder he's sitting at home getting high.
Well, yeah, you got that kind of money to spend.
Well, not even that, man. There's no real ramifications. Yeah, he's not playing football, and I'm sure that sucks. But really, does it really suck to have all the free time you want now and $11.7 million for just 1 year? It's really not that much of a punishment. These guys never get punished. They're entitled. The whole time they're coming up through high school, through college, they're told they're special. They're held to a different standard. They're allowed to miss out on classes, fail tests, and get the grades anyway. There's never anybody held accountable for anything, and it's pathetic. And it's finally about time that something happens. And I don't think Peterson should be banned from the league. Whatever. He should just go to jail. The dude beat a kid.
Make a statement.
He needs to go to jail.
Something. Make a statement.
It doesn't even have to be the NFL. Finally, the government needs to be like, hey, guess what? Child abuse ain't cool, man. We don't care if you're rich and famous. Go to jail.
The NFL is a collection of some of the worst human beings out there.
I'm telling you.
I don't know why that is. Maybe it's like the headshots. I don't know. I'm not even joking. It could be the headshots that lead these guys to make stupid decisions. It just seems like it's animals. These dudes are animals, most of them.
It's ridiculous. And, everybody loves James Harrison, and he's a great player. He did great things, but he's a wife beater.
He's an animal.
There's
a
a handful of good guys that I can actually say.
Drugs, violence, everything's out there. These guys are just
there's not
low
that
class.
many.
You're gifted. You got a gift, and you're going to just flush it down the drain.
Right.
Flush it down the drain with your Molly, Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Make a statement. Be a good person.
There's not very high top flight citizens, I
Larry
guess I would say.
Fitzgerald, baby.
Larry Fitz. Charlie Batch was.
Yeah, as far as we know.
Maybe Jerome Bettis.
I don't know. I could see the bus being a little shady.
There were some stories about him raping a girl, but I think that was a cash grab.
We take another soundbite. There's a story about him raping a girl, and we could just name about 6 people in every roster.
Oh, you better believe it.
It's just bad. Take the money away. You start taking the money away when this stuff happens. Like you said, AP's still getting paid.
Yeah.
Start taking the money away, and believe me, this stuff's going to stop.
Yeah. These guys need that money because they spend. They don't know what. That's why they all go bankrupt 3 years after they're done playing.
And the reason they start doing all this stupid stuff is because they think the money is going to get them out of everything.
Yep.
So you give them the money, yeah, they're going to start making dumb decisions.
Yeah.
But
and they make horrible decisions.
Speaking of dumb decisions, I almost pulled Andrew Luck last night for my fantasy team.
Yeah,
but I left him in. I left him in at the last minute. I thought he might get a little torn up
Luck's
by that
our
defense.
MVP, man. We said that at the beginning of the year. You got to stick with it. Ride him out.
He's looking like it.
Never bench Luck, guys. Never bench Luck.
He might struggle last night in the Thursday night game against Houston, but he didn't.
Houston's garbage.
Well, they weren't garbage in the second half.
Well, I mean, I guess.
But that game was almost over in the first half, surprisingly.
I almost texted you, look, another Thursday night blowout, but then I fell asleep on the couch.
Well, I'm glad you fell asleep because I don't think my phone could have handled another flying across the room into a wall. I'm telling you, like, always over, baby. Always over. Never fails on these primetime games. I tweeted it, I called it, and it almost went over in the first half.
Magically happened.
I mean, I'm about to, let's just throw, I got the games up here on a dartboard. I'm going to throw this dart at this dartboard. Obviously, that's where you throw darts at dartboards. And I want to see, well, it'll hit a game, and let's just take the over for that game, people.
Is it a philosophical dartboard or a real dartboard? Did you put a real dartboard in our studio?
Oh, I got a real dartboard up in the corner here of your studio. I hope I don't. I'm not going to try to hit the board, first of all. That's going to be the hardest part. And whatever team or game it hits, people just take the over in that game, and we'll see. The dartboard over-under challenge. Okay, here I go.
Dartboard theory.
What are we on here? Raiders, Chargers. Okay, that one might be a little tough, but it will go over.
What is it?
It's 43.
It'll go over.
43. Raiders might put up 3. So Chargers, you got to put up 41. So it could happen.
I don't know.
It should happen. I'm telling you, these overs are just. If it was a night game, it would go over, I imagine.
It's at Oakland, so Oakland has a chance at scoring points. And San Diego's going to score points because Phillip Rivers has been putting up points all year long. So, I mean, 43, that's not a lot, dude.
No, it's not a lot. I just wish I would have hit
22-21. I mean, that's push at least.
Yeah, I wish I would have hit Giants-Eagles because that's a night game. And all these night games are going over. So, but it'll go over. We'll do the dartboard next week, and we'll see what it hits. But let's keep track of these people.
Dartboard challenge.
Chargers Raiders is the over to take. Over. I mean, as far as taking picks,
get that over.
You might as well just blindfold yourself and throw a dart because the NFL's crazy and you don't know which way it's fixed for that week. You don't know
the National Over League.
Yes, the National Over League, but in my National Fantasy League, I'm 4-1. I won again, baby.
See, I wonder what Dash is. Did you happen to ask him earlier before the segment?
Dash got Andrew
Dash,
Luck also.
what's your fantasy team doing? You sucking again?
He's not sucking. At least he
You're
plays.
2-5.
2-5.
1-7. You're the worst fantasy owner ever.
It's week 5, buddy. I'm bad at math, but I know that there's not that 2-5 adds more than
2-5 is more than 5.
I think so. Give me a minute. Yeah, it is.
All right,
but
I think he's 1-4.
1-4. I don't believe that. He's got Andrew Luck.
He's terrible. Dude.
I got Andrew Luck. I'm 4-1, and I'm unstoppable at the moment. I'm on top of the league, baby.
On top.
It was a me versus our buddy from Baltimore last week.
He's lonely.
He's
at the
top
top
of the league, and now it's lonely. We were tied last week, but not anymore. I'm at the top, baby, and I don't plan on leaving. And I had Andrew Luck last night. He put up a hefty, I think, 33 or something. I think he matched their actual score.
Well, didn't the guy who's the guy you're playing? Does he have Hilton? The guy you're playing, or is that just somebody else in your league?
No, someone else got Hilton.
I just heard you talking to Dash before we started recording.
Nope. No, the guy I'm playing, he's got Cam Newton.
Oh, okay.
I'm not worried about that. That guy's
he's got nothing.
Barely
this year.
touched 20 this year.
Well, his toes broken, his ankle's broken, his chest is broken.
Well, our
they
fantasy.
Just call him Cam Broken.
Well, theoretically, we have a pot of money for our fantasy. I know you're not allowed to wager on fantasy games.
There's no wagering.
But if there were, that pot is not as high as our theoretical pot for our Survivor League. And I won again last week. I took Philly, and they looked like a blowout early, but late it got a little tight, and the Rams came back. But Philly still prevailed. So and a lot of people had the Saints last week in that league. And, oh, man, if they'd have lost, that would have helped me so much. So many people would have been eliminated, but they pulled it out also. So it's getting a little dicey here. I'm running out of good teams. I'm just going to go with a safe one this week, and I'm just taking the Broncos. They're playing the Jets.
Broncos at Jets?
Broncos at Jets.
Yeah, they're going to win.
I think it's a
the Jets are
double-digit
terrible.
spread or something. A double-digit spread.
Yeah, the spread doesn't matter in your Survivor League. The Jets are garbage. Geno Smith is garbage. Michael Vick admitted he didn't even know what the hell was going on in last week's game because he wasn't paying attention. I mean, the dude's probably thinking about trying to kill animals
he was
again.
with AP that night before.
Yeah, they were probably doing coke, smoking weed, and trying to kill dogs because they're horrible people.
Well, they may have been doing a couple of those things. But either way, I'm going to take the Broncos this week because I know that they have a loss coming. I don't know when, but it's coming up, and I don't think it's this week, though.
No, it's not this week. The Broncos aren't going to lose to a slack team like the Jets. They might not cover, but they're not going to lose. Peyton Manning would never lose to Geno Smith.
Well, speaking of picking incorrectly, let's go to pick of the week.
Moving on to the pick of the week.
Last week, I took the Jets, and
you lost.
they didn't score a single point.
See?
So I don't
Told
think
you.
they won.
Jets are garbage.
But you took Indy, I guess, right?
Indy, yeah.
You're
I've
still
been
riding
riding
Indy.
Yeah, I
Riding
would have picked them
Indy.
again this week, but they were a Thursday game, and we don't do the show till after the game, so
That's
then
right.
it looked like I was cheating.
Well, you could have done it a week in advance.
Yeah, well, I don't have that kind of time, so we
Yeah.
just have to. We're
Understood.
gonna go with my surprise pick from our last segment. I'm gonna pick Jacksonville, man.
Oh.
I think they're gonna upset Tennessee at Tennessee. Jacksonville's +4. And I think they're just going to win straight up, man. I don't even think it matters the spread. I just think Jacksonville has it this week. Blake Bortles is going to be playing better after last week's, I don't know, C+ performance.
I like Blake Bortles, man. He's tough. He threw a late pick, and that sort of was the he's a rookie. You're going to have that.
Yeah. Ben
You
did
gotta
it in the AFC Championship game and cost us that game, so at least
Yeah, a
he
little
didn't do it
higher
then.
stakes. At least
Yeah.
Bortles is low pressure. He's playing in
man.
Jacksonville. He's got the good-looking lady. She's going to nurse his wounds. He's going to come back strong next week.
Yeah, if I threw a pick 6 to lose a game and got to go home to her, I don't care. I don't even care. She's so hot. Doesn't even matter. It really doesn't even matter, does it?
It
Blake
doesn't.
Bortles, kudos to you, my
Kudos,
friend.
Blake.
You landed a smoking hot
Man,
chick.
if I was him,
You start following us at bet_the_spread and start tweeting us some hot pictures of that girl because she is smoking.
on the Instagram. Give us the lowdown on the Instagram pics. But
I'm not familiar with Instagram. You're going to have to teach me how to use it.
I'm not really
We'll
that
make Dash
familiar
learn how to use it. He's
yeah,
our
get on that
internet
J
guru.
Dash.
Come on, Dash. What do you do around here?
Well, you take Jacksonville. You go ahead and
I'm taking them.
You can sleep
That's it.
on that
That's
one.
my pick of the week.
Well, that's Jacksonville. That's your pick. Now we'll go to the actual pick that's going to be a winner. I'll make you guys some money if you live
Winner.
in the Las Vegas area and you can make it down to the strip.
Click on scoot down to the strip.
Scoot down the strip.
Throw that
Find
bet down.
find the best line you can and put your
Money on Jacksonville.
put your mortgage on the Panthers. They're getting almost a touchdown at the Bengals after the Bengals come off that sorry performance against the Pats. They're getting 6.5. We'll take it at 6.5. I'll take it at 6.5. I'll take it at 5.5. Give me Carolina. I think they're gonna storm into Cincy, take care of business. Cincy looked terrible last week, although I do like that receiver Sanu. I picked him up in fantasy. I think he's turned into a pretty class act guy, and AJ Green's out, I think.
Yeah, he is.
So go Carolina. Why not? Although I am playing Cam Newton in fantasy, so lots of handoffs, lots of high rushing yards from
So you think
the back.
So you think Cincinnati is going to lose at home?
I think
It doesn't matter what you think because your pick is garbage.
it does matter what I
Absolute
think.
garbage.
You know why it matters what I think? Because I'm Johnny Parlay. I am a
Johnny
local
Parlay.
legend. Quickly becoming a local
In your
legend.
own
around
mind.
here. No. I see the signs. I've been driving down the street. I see the ladies looking, saying, "Is that Johnny Parlay?" And yes,
I think you
it
were
is,
listening
ladies.
to Ace of Base again, Mr. Parlay.
No.
You
I
saw
see
the
it.
sign?
I hear the whispers
And it
walking
opened up your
down,
eyes?
walking down East Carson. I said, "Is that Johnny Parlay? Is that Parlay? That's Parlay. Parlay." I mean, these people, they love Johnny Parlay.
Responding to Mr. Parlay's picks, I guess.
I'm making them loot. I'm helping them out with everything. Everything day in, day out. I help you get you through your work day. Because you know that Friday's coming and you can listen to the spread. I'm telling you, take Carolina. Last week, I apologize if you took the Jets last week. But I'm making it up to you. Here's my gift to you. Take the
Carolina.
Panthers.
Whatever.
Well, it is
Speaking
Friday.
of Friday, yeah, I need to go have a drink. I can't be doing this with you all night long.
Have one.
It's too much stress.
You mean have another?
Maybe have a couple more. I don't know. It depends on how long the night's going to last.
Well, we'll see. It's Friday. It's always a late
Friday.
night.
About to have some fun.
Let's do it, people. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Parlay, for coming here. Everybody follow us at bet_the_spread on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Like the spread. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe, whatever you want to call it.
Everywhere.
Just Google the spread, man, and just do it all day long. We're going to get some T-shirts. You can buy T-shirts. You can buy bumper stickers. You can buy everything that says a spread.
Represent the spread.
Engulf yourself in the spread.
Represent the spread. We're willing to build a real studio here.
Believe that. Peace out.
Get your shine box.